We made it to 90 days, fellas. We made it to 90 days. Who's with me? Who started the challenge with me when I posted that gym photo 3 months ago? After I had a couple of naughty dreams, started my whole streak again. Look at what's happened. Crazy, crazy things have happened. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know the story. Got married, about to have a child, moved into a new place, been getting new work opportunities, all sorts of stuff has been happening. And what I'm noticing now at this 90-day point is that it just goes deeper and deeper. It goes deeper and deeper, and the more that you commit to your spiritual disciplines, the more you start to have these supernatural, esoteric type experiences. So this morning, for example, I practiced letting go for about 2 hours. Had some real insecurity coming up, deeper layer of insecurity. And I determined within myself that it was time for me to let this go. I don't want to be carrying this insecurity around anymore. It's specifically in the area of money, finances. This fear of not having enough, it's plagued me my whole life, most of my life. Came from childhood. Observing my mum and dad being stressed out about money, I learned to feel like there wasn't enough. Just wasn't enough. And I can see how this pattern has played out in me trying to chase money, which actually just drives it away. And more I've come to this awareness that it's the insecurity that I need to let go of. It's the fear of not having enough. And so I was sitting with that this morning, and then started feeling a lot of energy rising in my body. This is what happens when I sit, practice letting go, practice meditation. Electricity starts to crackle up my spine. It's the best way I can describe it. Starts to release. I can feel these pockets of tension just releasing throughout my body. And I'm getting lighter, freer every time I do it. And this afternoon, when I walked into the gym, it's so funny, like the gym is kind of like a litmus test of where you're at energetically, how people respond to you at the gym. It's kind of like a really primal indicator of what's going on in your energy. And it was confirmed that I'm definitely stepping into higher energy. When I walked in, I was getting stared at. This has happened before, but this time, people are turning around to look at you and stare at you. And I'm just practicing my non-staring, not even looking at women. But what I'm noticing is my peripheral vision is becoming very, very good. It's becoming freakishly good. I can see people doing things in my peripheral vision now, in the corner of my eye. So I can see when people are looking at me and staring at me. So I had several women just staring at me today. And it's just showing me that this energy it's stepping up. It's stepping up. I'm noticing that respect is just becoming so automatic. I've been getting in touch with different people with regards to my business, my carpentry work. And I'm just noticing that when I speak to people, when I put myself out there, it's just so easy. It's so seamless. It's such a fluid interaction where it's like they just know that I'm quality. I'm good. It's just assumed that they want me to work for them, to work with them. There's none of this like trying to impress, trying to make a good impression. Something that I always used to do, always used to try to put my best face forward to get people to like me, to get people to think I was intelligent, to get people to feel like I could be trusted. But now it's just assumed. It's just immediately felt. It's sublingual. It's pre-verbal. It's just known. It's felt. It just is. And I know that you guys who are on longer streaks know that this is the case. There's no faking. You can't fake it. You can't fake the energy. I always used to try and fake everything. I used to try and fake everything because I didn't know who I was. I was so insecure. Whether it was with women, whether it was with just meeting new people, it was all fake. It was all an act all the time. In business, I used to hate sales calls because basically felt like this ongoing fake conversation that I had to do with someone and then try and extract money from them at the end of the call is just so repulsive on a cellular level. But more and more now, it's like, I can actually be me. Oh, I can actually be me. Me is actually okay. Me is actually pretty cool. I actually like myself. And when you start to actually like yourself, accept yourself, you're stepping into the 1%. Because most people don't like themselves. Most people don't accept themselves. Most people are on this continual treadmill of trying to be enough. That's how I spent most of my life. Always looking to an external authority to tell you that you're okay. And as men, we learn to put this authority onto women. This is the crazy shit. Because we don't feel okay on a basic level, we then seek that approval from women, that significance, Now we're putting our identity, our worthiness, into the hands of extremely volatile, emotional creatures. How can we possibly think that that's going to work out? That's a recipe for madness. But this is what we're doing. This is what I still catch myself doing. And I'm finally breaking myself out of this, but it's like, wow, I've been doing that for a long time. I have been trying to get approval from bitches for years. And it's done nothing but create more insecurity. So it's like, oh, now I'm finally finding a sense of self-worth. It's just funny. It's just funny how ridiculous this is, that most men are in this situation. It's like, it's so sad, but it's also really funny when you start to break out of it. We've been enslaved, bro. We have been literally enslaved by lust. It's the craziest shit. Lust and this approval seeking that goes along with it. But now that we're holding this energy, we're not spitting it out on a continuous basis, spitting out our souls. Your semen is your soul. I know that's a generalization. I don't care. I'm just putting that out there. Your semen is your spirit. It's your life force. So if you keep spitting it out, you're going to be empty inside, and you're going to need that external female validation. If you stop wasting it, pissing it out, shooting it out, you're going to start to feel whole. You're going to start to feel valuable. You're going to start to feel like you're worth something, because you are. You're being filled with the Spirit. And when you do this long enough, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days, 365 days, now you're realizing you are the value. You are it. And you let go of the pride, which says that you're better than everyone. You keep letting go of everything that comes up. And you want to share this with people now. You're not trying to be better than anyone or compete with anyone anymore, because you want everyone to feel this good. And now people are coming to you for approval. People are seeking your validation. My, how the tables have turned. People are looking to you for approval. Men, women, they're looking up to you. They respect you by default. And now you're finding that you don't know if you want that responsibility. It's kind of weird to have people looking to you for approval. You just want to point them back to themselves. You want to point them back to the fact that they don't need your approval. They don't need anyone's approval. All they need is to connect with their own spirit, God within. But they can't do that while they're still living in sin, in licentiousness, in corruption. So it doesn't matter how much you try to point them back to themselves. It's these habits that they're stuck in, these patterns that they're enslaved to. And so you realize the best thing you can do for them is to just keep growing, to be uncompromising in your own growth, in your own path, in your own walk. You can't save everyone, but what you can do is become so strong in your vibration, so luminous, that this light begins to penetrate into everything in your environment, wherever you go. In the Bible, it talks about people touching the hem of Christ's garment and being healed. Imagine having that level of presence, of power, where you can just look into someone's eyes and they're healed. It's all in your presence. That's where the power is. In your magnetic field. I find that the less I look at women, and I know this sounds extreme, but it's just what's working for me. I'm not saying that you should do this or you shouldn't do this. This is what's working for me at the moment. The less I look at women, the less anxious I feel. The less attention I give to women visually, the more I can feel them spiritually. I'm not placing importance anymore on the shell that they're walking around in. When I walk into a room, I'm feeling the energy. And I'll feel myself pulled to this energy but repelled from that energy. I can feel this energy being pulled towards me, locking onto me, without even looking. I don't have to get involved in that whole visual attraction level, which just gets me into that cycle of thinking, creating scenarios, hypotheticals, getting into my head. All of that's gone. You take the visual beauty away and you're left with the raw energy. This is where it gets real. You're penetrating through the illusion now. So we keep going, we keep refining our energy, we keep disciplining our bandwidth. Been talking to a brother in the community lately about bandwidth retention. He's been telling me that this is where it's really at. Bandwidth, what we give attention to, learning to retain that's the core of this practice of semen retention. Because it really comes down to where we place our attention. How much of your attention are you giving to social media? How much of your attention are you giving to even just thinking about women when you're in the gym? Wondering if she's looking at you, wondering what she's like, what to say, how you'd like to dominate her, whatever it may be. That's all attention, that's all bandwidth, that's all battery power, that's all energy that you're donating to her simply by having your attention on her. And the more you walk this path, the more you're becoming aware now of what you're giving your attention to through the day. I used to think that I had to control my thoughts. Now I know that I simply need to bring my attention into the present moment. I don't need to worry about thoughts, what to think about, what to not think about, what to say on these videos. All I need to do is place my attention on the present moment, because the present moment is revealing itself. God is the present moment. The present moment is divine, and it's always manifesting now. So you don't need to obsess about your thoughts. You just need to bring your attention continually back to this now. And the easiest way to do that, I find, is to notice what you feel in your body. You can notice the sounds around you, you can notice the sights around you, but the deepest level of experience is the kinesthetic. It's the most immediate. The felt, the sensations. The sensations are actually altering your perception, your visual perception, your auditory perception. What you feel in your body is changing the way things look. It's changing the thoughts that you think. It's all coming from the sensations. That's the most basic building block of your reality. So by getting in touch with what you feel, you're penetrating into the depths of the present moment. What do you feel now in your body? Where's the tension? Attention. When you place your attention on the tension, it dissolves. There's a particular place in your body where you feel it strongest right now. Maybe it's in your throat. Maybe it's in your heart. Maybe it's in your gut. Maybe it's in your tailbone area. And you just get better and better at bringing your attention, your awareness, away from your thoughts, back to that place in your body. And just being with it, resting your awareness there. And as you do that, more and more tension begins to arise from that area. And as you continue to stay with it, just be with it. Don't try and fight it or change it. It releases. It dissolves. And soon you find that your behavior is changing. Your thoughts are changing. You're less compulsive, you're less tense, you're less anxious, you're less driven. Because you're finding more peace in the present moment, in your body, in your felt experience. You're finding more acceptance, more pleasure in simply being. And Shakti is beginning to flow freely through your body. Life force energy no longer locked, trapped in these places of trauma. That's what trauma is. It's a tension in your body which you've held for a long time. It's a resistance pattern which you then have to create defenses around, and these defenses turn into behaviors and habits, and they become a lifestyle. And that's how you get addicted to lust, approval seeking, control, validation, chasing. It all comes from these areas of tension, blockages in your body. So all you've got to do is make a habit of coming back to the present. This will make your SR journey 10 times smoother, faster, more powerful, because you're now using all this built up energy to blast a pathway through these blocked areas in your body. This is why SR and letting go hand in hand, like a hand in a glove. You're giving the energy somewhere to flow. It's extremely powerful. So if you take nothing else from this video, just start sitting still for 5 minutes a day and feeling your body, feeling the tension, and just relaxing. Just practice relaxing that tension. It's going to be very powerful for you. If you want to get around more of this kind of life-changing material, I'm sharing constant stuff in the community. Sons of God, the link is below. We're sitting at about 70 members now. The growth has kind of mellowed. We're kind of like this in the first month, and now it's kind of just gradually growing. But I'm finding that we're becoming more consolidated as a group. We're becoming more connected to each other. There's less hype now, and it's becoming more intimate. We're doing group calls on the weekend that run into 5 hours sometimes. It's like the longer they go, the more brothers are just opening up and sharing some very deep and intimate stuff. It's becoming very transformational. I've kind of like taken my hands off it, and I'm just letting it run its course. Just letting the spirit flow. So if that feels like something that's going to take you to the next level, jump in. Much love, brothers.